of different colors in them. And this is how they notify people of yellow fever epidemics. If there were no epidemics, the pharmacies would have blue. Okay, this is Preservation Hall. Anybody ever hear about that? It is the 1950s and 60s. Rock and roll, Elvis Presley, the Beatles, nobody cares about that. Shotgun house. Different from most shotguns. Most shotguns don't have that mansard roof like that. The lower quarter, downriver, this is where most of the residences are now.
Your family migrated down here from the northeastern part of the United States in the late 1840s in the U.S. until after the American Civil War in 1865. And it was the practice initially of the Creoles of the region to mourn their family members for lengthy periods of time. It's never been used. SOC purchased it as a teaching tool, and even if they hadn't, you'd be able to tell it hadn't been used because there is an open area in the back. So you'll be in this procession thinking about your father passed away with tears streaming down your face, and the guy next to you hand you a Coors Light beer. So if you start with basic Doric columns, you put Ionic up above. If you put Ionic down below, you put Corinthian up above. If you put Corinthian down below, you're only putting Corinthian up above, let them stay up here when that's stopping. Now this is obviously created by the tree roots. Now live oaks, they got shallow roots wherever you go.
How sweet the sound, also in all praise, Lord, me. I once was lost, was blind, but now I see.
That's okay. Someone's going to get a lot of...
Салфетка.
А ты знаешь, сколько стоит? Нет. Осторожно, Тося.
All right. Woo! Yes.
will originate just north of Jackson, Mississippi. It is 444 miles total length. Very short winter, and it's not a very cold one. When it gets cold, a very big mature alligator can go under 8-10 hours at a time. But the whole purpose of these guys jumping out the water is literally to catch food for low-hanging branches and stuff like that. These guys have the ability to kick their entire body straight up out of the water. So what they'll typically do is
Yay, got it.
It might be. A little lazier than the other one. So, your American alligator over time can grow to be about the third largest of the whole crocodilian family. Where the biggest one of these guys ever killed, 19 feet 2 inches. The biggest American alligator. You gotta watch him.
Wow.
Come here. Come on. I don't have a hot dog, I'll use my hand. I've got these protein pellets, let me see these. This is the stuff they feed them on the farms. But alligators out here usually don't like it. Watch, he'll probably spit it out. Maybe, nope, spit it out. Fish can eat the baby alligator. And then, you know, as yeah, that was the other one I just spotted. That's the one I saw last tour. A total of 48 different species of snake just in Louisiana. Now, all your water snakes that live in and around the swamps, they give live birth. They incubate their eggs inside of them. There's one on this branch right in here. There's one right down here on this branch down here. You know, we're just seeing two on the outer edge right here.
Wow.
That's their camouflaging they get when they're hatched. Hatch at 6-7 inches. They're born towards the end of summer. We're getting closer to fall. They all have the ability to elevate their backs right to the sunlight. They don't have to crawl out the water or sunbathe. They can do just like that one's doing. When it's cooler, to keep their bodies as warm as they can be. Let's see.
Eat it.
If he likes it or not. He's tasting. Oh, he jumped. He crushed it. Nope, I think it's all coming out. Look, he's gonna wash it out his knife. He didn't like it either. There's very few alligators that eat them things.
He's just chilling.
Back to the main flowing part of the river. We're going to go back to this little bayou right here, though. Back in those time periods, 1700s, 1800s, for thousands of years old. The oldest tree still alive since they logged them out is found in North Carolina. It's estimated over 1,600 years old. It's the oldest bald cypress still alive. Now, the bald cypress is considered the largest tree in the United States east of the Sierra Nevada mountains. Stuff that's hundreds of years old, dead, but been underwater since they cut them. They call them sinker cypress. And I'm not going to back up. He's still sitting there. Yeah, he's bouncing around. He's a little lower. Here, watch. I'll poke him with the stick and make him go up the tree. No, they can jump really far. Oh, he's attacking the stick. He's going out. Oh. So everybody can see him.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
That's a big female spider.
Yeah, see him right there?
Yeah.
Oh, that's Sabrina would have passed out by now.
Those are the ones that get in your house when it gets cold. Yeah, that rain. Vivo's a name of one of the pigs.
You gotta work for it.
Выше подними.
А что нам не дают?
If he's a howler, they do get from farms to wild. They can, you know, they breed them all.
Тут крокодил, ты чё? Вася.
That's the thing. Hey, piggies! Hey guys, y'all sit back right here so they can see the The pigs were originally brought in by the Spanish back in the 1500s. That's when the first pig ever made it to North America. You know, and then the Spanish brought pigs, they brought horses. Y'all check them out. We're gonna back out of here nice and slow. And then there's 2 mama pigs and a large boar. That's simple. Because you see how he gets the little ponytail? I was thinking maybe the male gets the ponytail, the female don't. I figured it had to be some type of marking that distinguishes them, and there isn't. They look exactly the same when they fully plumage. Graybeard, it's called Spanish moss. It's part of the bromeliad plant family. Its closest relative of any other plant is the pineapple. That's 6-footer right there. It was put in your beds, your pillows, your seat cushions. It was put in car seat cushions. It was used in all kinds of stuff. Before foam was made for a seat cushion, they used Spanish moss. So because it was used for so many centuries as cushion, it's where the old saying, don't let the bed bugs bite came from. For like 3 months a year, the apex predator of the whole river system because of how alligators stop eating. That bird right there, see how there's a little log under the water making a turbulent, he's been sitting there all day. He's waiting for anything to stir up behind that log. He's gonna snag it. Man, they'll just shove that beak right through any fish. They don't even like peck it with their mouth, but they just spear it. Small mammals, turtles, everything. They eat everything. That's a big time predator for the river system. Watch out, little gator, here we come.
Да, но надо тоже с этим аллигатором фотографировать. Это фотографии, как мы выбираем еду.
Это видео, как выбираете еду?
Ну, а вот. Это 3-е.
Called a quarters counter. A high counter, if you really like that gentleman, so the couple would have a long time to talk and get to know each other. But on the other hand, if they dislike that gentleman, they'll lower the counter. And everyone knew when the counter went down to the top of the holder, it is time to say goodnight. This gentleman would have received what they call the short end of the stick. Another such tradition would have been this mirror. It's called a Confederate's bullseye mirror. While the young couple's in the room courting, the chaperone is also in the room. Most probably my father. And he could sit anywhere he liked to sit and see exactly what that young couple was doing. Jock's oldest brother. He was the governor of Louisiana for 2 terms, 1831 and 1839. A young slave boy around the age of 10 years old was standing at the corner, pulling on that rope to keep the flame going steadily, but also gently not to blow out the candles. Now, a table is a 16-foot mahogany leaf table. You got less gas, you can't pull out some of the leaves. Family crest or the family initials. But these are not original Roman pieces. Put on the hallway. Master bedroom on the left had 2 door openings and a lounge room on the right. 1839 by J.T. Ramones. Jack Telephone Moms. The master contractor with George. I give to you the lovely oats of Ocala. All right. Step outside, take your pictures, and I'll tell you about the trees. There are 28 oaks, 14 on each side. They're planted 90 feet apart, right across from each other, and they're planted by a body of water. That's the way they did it in France. And they take care of the levees today. Now the foundation gives every oak a name.
Spinning at 1200 revolutions per minute. The sugar is then heated and melted to a liquid state. The liquid sugar is clarified by removing solids.
Gentlemen. This man, General Richard Taylor. He was in charge or led Confederate troops in Louisiana for 2 years. It's roughly up about 15 miles down, known as Fashion Plantation. It's of course no longer there. It was burned in 1862. Fought on the Mississippi, then what would be considered to be the Red River that goes through here. But actually the grand total, according to the final records I've seen, is something like 537 battles fought in the state. Of course only
Go ahead.